On January 2nd, 1962, a dream became a reality. Several years earlier, an idea formed over a cup of coffee. We need a hospital. So the Weslaco Chamber spearheaded a community questionnaire, and the result was a resounding affirmation of that need. With $300,000 in seed money from the Knapp family's foundation, work began toward raising funds, starting an auxiliary, consulting with physicians, and building. The result, a beautiful 100-bed facility, Knapp Memorial Methodist Hospital. The beginning was rocky. Board directors each signed for a $1,000 personal loan to pay a contractor who threatened to sue for final payment. The Mid-Valley Development Corporation building the hospital forgot to raise money for equipment and initial operating expenses, so bonds were sold to make up the shortfall. And now, 50 years later, Knapp Medical Center employs almost 1,000 people, and the building has grown and grown to the current 6-story structure. The medical staff claims over 200 members with highly skilled generalists and specialists. And just within the past year, the hospital has won awards for both information technology and patient quality, and added pharmacy robotics to enhance patient safety. Knapp Medical Center, committed to always and consistent excellence. Every patient, every time.
We didn't have the tower at the time, and when the laboratory was where the pharmacy is at now.
But it did look like an elementary school, all on one floor. We had 180 beds on one floor. I used to tell people upstate that we had the largest one-story hospital in the state.
No, it didn't. It was a one floor. I mean, just one story, and we had 5 wards, and then we had a very small emergency room, which was maybe like 2 or 3 beds, and that was it.
And we didn't have an updated warehouse either. We would have to go all the way across and go pull the charts manually.
I worked labor and delivery. I started as a nurse's aide, and I worked labor and delivery. ER didn't even have doctors. ER didn't even have nurses sometimes, and I worked 11 to 7. So we'd have our last delivery, and we'd go and help out in the emergency room.
Those days there were just 2 wings in the hospital, and 2 operating rooms, and a labor and delivery, which was 2 rooms.
We taught the nurses to start the IVs. We took the patients ourselves to the operating room many times. We picked up the x-rays ourselves from the x-ray department. We picked up the equipment ourselves from the bus station for the total joints the morning of the surgery.
They're, like I said, we're family. Knapp is family. We get to know each other. What can I say?
And when we first started orientation, it was all about smiling and helping people and asking if they need anything, and I really liked that.
Yeah.
And it really stayed that way. I thought it was just, something that orientation had, but no. Every time you see somebody in the hallway, they'll tell you good morning and smile and everything. So.
Man, it's a wonderful atmosphere. It's more of a family-oriented atmosphere where we know each other, we know each other's families, we know their kids.
And we went through a journey with our daughter, Jessica Lugo, and she was diagnosed here in the Knapp ER with a brain tumor. We found ourselves from here, then going to MD Anderson, and I'd only been here maybe a year and a half at that time, so I had 2 weeks time off. We thought she'll be over there at MD Anderson maybe 3 to 4 weeks is what they had told us. Well, no, her surgery was quite extensive, and the 2 weeks time that I had turned into 4 months. Now, how did that happen? Paid time, again, because we're family. Several people approached my husband and asked, what do you need? What does your family need from us? And they donated hours. I don't know how I received a paycheck every 2 weeks, but I did, just having 2 weeks of PTOs in my bank. But the time that I was able to be there with my daughter, I was covered. So thank God and the Knapp family for that.
It's a family-oriented place. It's a good place to work, so forth. And through these 31 years, there's been times when Knapp has been there for me when I couldn't be there for him. And that has made a big difference.
Since my family doesn't live here in the Valley, Knapp Hospital has become my family. And I'm very blessed with this Knapp Hospital family.
It's a great place to work. You know, everybody's really nice.
Well, I think Knapp has always been like family oriented, so I've grown with some of these people that are here, and so it's my second home.
I think it means you have great health care, right? Like at your doorstep. You know, you can drive within minutes. You're at a hospital, versus having to drive a long distance to get to a hospital. You have physicians surrounding the hospital area and/or other areas of Wesco that you can get to that service the hospital.
The feeling of it being a community hospital and a family-oriented, where everybody knows everybody, and we take care of the community.
One thing I like about Knapp is that I can go talk to a nurse manager, and we both know what the need is, and that is that we want to provide the best care possible for our patients. So we all work towards that goal.
Meant a lot to the community. This is where healthcare was rendered. And Knapp healthcare delivery and the kind of healthcare that the folks received, really exceptional and outstanding. And the nurses were absolutely delightful and courteous.
Superb.
The patients cared for to come here because the nurses cared for them.
Happy birthday, Knapp.
Feliz cumpleaños, Knapp, and happy birthday and many, many more years to come.
Happy birthday, Knapp.
Happy birthday, Knapp.
Happy birthday, Knapp.
Feliz cumpleaños. Happy birthday, Knapp.
Happy birthday, Knapp.
Happy birthday, Knapp.
Happy birthday, Knapp.
Happy birthday, Knapp.